Ziggity Zig back with the Friday Faff, the game submitted by that guy Griff, where he goes up against, and I hit the wrong button, Gabby. Gabby. Irby, yeah, alright, Irby Gabby. So this is a PvP on, what did I just find out? This is Belshire Tangentially Monumentous Valley of Echoing Depths. I really wish some of these some of these maps would have really long titles like that. Like, oh, this is the planetoid Nautilus Major of Omicron Persei 8. That's just totally stolen from all sorts of things. This is what happens when I try to make up words. Nothing happens except I just quote from different things. As is PvP, so as PvPs most go, is you're going to see a lot of mirror matchups. Sometimes. Other times. Other crazy stuff is going to happen. Now, to be honest, I don't even remember what this game was called when Griff was titling it to me. He actually got me to download it on GG Tracker. And when you download on GG Tracker, the game is just titled GG Tracker Game Number 1822. See, that's a number I had to make up. And I did it. Success. So, I'm not entirely sure what's going to happen here. And, well, Griff was just sort of talking about it. And I remembered because we were talking about a different game. And he just said, well, why do you have this one? So, booyah, there I went. There's the gateway. Now I wonder if he's going to get a cyber core after his gateway, because that does seem to be a little bit of a disadvantage that Griff has. But it does appear that his gateway is just that couple of seconds faster, even though his EPM is a little slower. So that just goes back to show you, EPM doesn't mean everything. However, both of them on approximately the same supply. There goes the gas, and there goes the same gas. So yeah, pretty much a mirror matchup right there, except Griff has... Oh, Griff is just a little bit behind in workers. But now, here's the sneaky sneak. Griff has begun his sneaky sneak up to the size of Gabby's base, and Gabby is none the wiser for it, has no idea when the scouting probe is coming in, and the scouting probe is going to go straight up the ramp. Ooh, a surprise maneuver by Griff. He does go straight up the ramp and goes in and gives a little tiny poke to his gateway. Now, in counter move, Gabby then decides, I must go straight up the ramp and sit very closely next to the rest of your little devices as well. Griff goes for a little wander around the units, and Gabby just sort of sits next to the Nexus. Griff then goes down the ramp. Gabby, not to be outdone, also goes down the ramp and into the naturals. Griff then decides to head straight back to the little rope-a-dope there, almost going down that second ramp. Gabby does fall for it, takes the probe down the second ramp, and now Griff has the advantage, because now Griff has the opportunity to put down the proxy pylon, because Gabby thinks that Griff is somewhere over here on this left-hand side, having gone down the second ramp. But that did not happen. Now, to really screw with him, Griff has decided to high-five Gabby's probe. Gabby continues searching, not quite sure what Gabby is looking for. Gotta quickly switch it around to, oh, Gabby tries the second ramp and then chooses, oh, no, there's obviously nothing here. There's obviously no proxy pylon. Definitely not one right over there, but that's okay. So back in the main base, we've got Warp Gate on the way. Warp Gate is actually only a tiny bit behind, so he obviously got his Warp Gate done at approximately the same time. Gabby deciding to get a second gate, and there's that other pylon. Nobody worried about any kinds of supply block at the moment, but here is Griff's first zealot is out having a look for some proxy pylons, and Griff does not spot that particular proxy pylon, so it does appear to be proxy pylon versus proxy pylon. Griff does have a tower up here. If he took this tower down here, I still think that would be slightly outside of the range, so Griff cannot see this except spots it with a stalker. Quick spot with a stalker, not gonna do anything about it. That's cool. It's just gonna hide there. That's fine. There's a couple of zealots. Oh no, wait. The single zealot moving over. Oh, there we go. And arranged. There we go. So now, having noticed it on the mini-map, here come the two units that are going to do a little bit of damage, but coming down the map towards it as well, just to try to cut it off. No, don't kill my proxy pylon. I've got my own units as well, but it does look up here that Gabby is going to be slightly outmatched to the tune of one stalker taking down this pylon. However, this stalker is kind of in a little bit of a vulnerable corner and might get picked off, but no, Gabby decides to run away and then decides to micro the stalker back and try to take this out, but then Griff comes forward his two units, and this should take care of that one zealot. Here comes the second zealot to do a little bit of damage, and Griff is able to make short work of that one as well. So it does manage to finally get a unit, doesn't do too much more about it. Here's an additional couple warped in zealots at that proxy pylon, but the problem is they actually get home just before Gabby, but then Gabby, does a warp gate in right there. We're at a four gate by Gabby, and I believe it is a 4 gate. So this is now a 4 gate, One is defensive, one is not so much. And here comes some kills, hopefully by the Zealots. Taking anything down. One kill by the Zealot, and no, not really much. Oh, wait, that's pause. I want control A? No, I want control R. No. I want... Damn it, I thought it was control R. There we go. Alright, so workers killed. 4. Units killed. Looking pretty strong for Griff, actually, at this moment. There's the 4-gate versus the 4-gate. However, Gabby does have sentries in his 4-gate manifesto, but all they're doing right now is a little bit of Tickle Beam. Let's see if Griff can do anything further with his sentries. Try to do a little bit of a wraparound on that force field and try to get up here, and it looks like Gabby does block the top of the ramp, but not quite enough, so these Zealots do get a little bit of a meat shield. We need to get the remainder of the units up the ramp here. Oh, this ramp has really been coming into play since the beginning of this game. There's a 4-Zealot warp in using that 4-gate, and they're going to come in here and make and dice up a couple of these forward stalkers, but now it does seem Griff does still have a bit of an edge. There's not many units left, and Griff decides to back off entirely. Although he had the advantage of the sentries, there is another few Zealots there. This probe should definitely move in a little closer and possibly put a pylon right here, or possibly try to warp in a pylon up here, because with that kind of pressure, and once again, with the sentry advantage that is now going on. If we have a look here over in production, there's absolutely nothing going on. Griff trying to get just a little bit more production. That is when Griff snipes one pylon, so now, see, this is why you work on pylons in the background. But now, Gabby taking a little bit of an advantage in army size. The Stalker's able to kite these two poor Zealots. Griff trying to do something about these buildings, but it looks like Gabby is finally able to get another pylon down there, and that takes care of the remainder of Griff's army. Here come 4 more Zealots, but I think they're slightly too late to the party. They won't be able to do much. Griff decides to move in anyway. He takes advantage of this push, tries to get in there. Tries to get a little bit of damage done to these Stalkers, because this is basically all that remains of Gabby's army. Gabby's income is quite a bit behind Griff's at this point, because Griff has been working on a few different things in the past. Gabby has decided that on top of this, he should expand, because, yeah, that's what you do right next to the proxy pylon. There are 3 proxy pylons right here. Griff just decides, all right, fine, make a nexus, waste 400 minerals. That is fine by me. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pick off yet another pylon, and then you are supply blocked, and you can only use 2 of your gates at any given time. There's another 4 warp gate coming in back here at Griff's little main base, and here they come moving in, and they're gonna finally take care of this nexus, deciding that it is time to do something about this. Now that you've supply blocked, now that you've taken the gateways out of the picture, and I don't think Gabby's gonna cancel this in time. It doesn't look like it. Gabby is not quite paying attention. Kill it, shoot it. No. Griff is gonna discontinue shooting at the nexus, and now it's going to be 5 Stalkers versus 3 Stalkers. 5 Stalkers versus 3 Stalkers. 2 Zealots, a little tiny warp in here on the bottom of the ramp into the natural, but here come the additional 4 warp gates, because now we're up to 4 warp gates for Gabby as well. So it was gateway match for match, but now Griff trying to get rid of the remainder of this, and there is one tiny little Zealot over here standing off in the corner, just sort of hunching his shoulders, deciding to be a little bit of a hipster Zealot. Decides, no, hipster Zealot, I am not going to make any attacks. Here come several more units there for Griff. The Stalkers getting there faster than the Zealots, because obviously they have twice as many legs, they move twice as fast. Logic, that's how that works. There are 3 Stalkers up here on the ridge by Gabby, but it does look like at this point the supply cap, the supply total, and just the number of things that Gabby is able to do. And now here comes finally the maneuver of the defensive warp gate, where you force field off the bottom of the ramp, and then you just sort of sit on it and try to force field as much as you can. I think we've got enough for, no, don't have enough for one more force field, and now Gabby is in quite a lot of trouble, because it's going to take a long time. 14, 15, 16, you gotta wait for 25, but is Griff going to realize that before Gabby gets up to 25? And yes, finally deciding to get up here, and oh wait, you know what, you don't have any force field left, because you only had the one because you just warped in your sentry, because you can remember that you had to warp in sentries because you weren't thinking properly, because when you were young, you used to try to put Rubik's Cubes together, but instead of trying to get the colors to match up, you used to twist the thing, because you liked the sound of a Rubik's Cube, because that was very comforting you, because it reminded you of the noise of the door slamming when your father left. Bit of a tangent, but now we get back to the action where Griff is still moving in with the Zealots, trying to get up in the front line, taking a little bit of damage from those Stalkers, getting kited like that, and these 4 Stalkers of Griff's are now getting to work, hitting up these pylons once more, taking these additional gateway's out of play, and there's no point there anyway because Gabby is also supply blocked once more, not making quite enough pylons all at the same time. Could probably warp in quite a number of them right now, but the problem there is that Gabby is down to a small number of workers as well. So Griff just with the superior macro and economy, just working on things back home. Griff also deciding to take a little bit of a base back here, but all the action is up front here with these stalkers still trying to take out, managed to get this additional pylon right there. Gabby's almost supply blocked once more, but Griff is taking care of that by killing his units, so Griff technically is definitely helping. Lol shit son. GG. Oh. That makes this game so much more tragic. Gabby was Griff's father. Father of feces. Fecal father. And also like the band U2. Well, if you have any replays for me, please send them to ziggityzig@gmail.com. If you have anything interesting or anything fun or anything stupid or anything at all, please send it to me. Leave me a comment down below, or you can follow me on Twitter @ziggityzig. That was the Friday Faff. Stay tuned!